Hello there. Do you want to know about the story about a scientist with a breakthrough discovery? Well, then just hear me out. In the quiet suburban neighborhood of St. Albans, England, I was born on January 8, 1942, exactly 300 years after Galileo's death. As a child, I was naturally curious, fascinated by the universe around me. I often wandered the woods, captivated by nature's wonders. My parents, both educated and supportive, encouraged my love for learning, nurturing my inquisitive spirit. I recall days spent building model rockets and experimenting with electronics, laying the groundwork for my future in physics and cosmology. I attended St. Albans School, where my passion for science blossomed. However, I was not the best student academically. I was more interested in exploring concepts than memorizing facts. In 1962, I began my studies at University College, Oxford, where I studied physics. I vividly remember the thrill of diving into the depths of theoretical physics, but my time there was not without its challenges. I often felt out of place among my peers, yet I persevered, driven by an insatiable desire to understand the universe. During my second year at Oxford, everything changed. I began to notice difficulty in my coordination and balance. At 21, I was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a degenerative motor neuron disease. I was terrified. The doctors gave me only a few years to live. I remember feeling crushed, but rather than succumbing to despair, I resolved to focus on my studies. I believed that my mind could conquer physical limitations, and I refused to let my condition define me. After earning my PhD from Cambridge in 1966, I started my academic career as a research fellow. My groundbreaking work on black holes and the nature of the universe began to gain attention. I vividly recall presenting my ideas, feeling the weight of skepticism but also the thrill of curiosity from others. My first book, A Brief History of Time, was published in 1988, bringing complex scientific concepts to the masses. The book became a bestseller, and I was overwhelmed by the response, realizing that my passion for science could inspire countless others. As my fame grew, so did my challenges. The progression of my illness meant I gradually lost my ability to speak and move. I had to adapt my communication methods, ultimately using a speech-generating device controlled by a cheek muscle. I remember the frustration and determination during those early days, learning to communicate through technology. It became a symbol of my resilience. My struggles also fueled my advocacy for disability rights, and I often spoke about the importance of accessibility and inclusion. In the early 2000s, I embraced the internet and social media, sharing my thoughts and research with a broader audience. I found joy in connecting with fans, students, and aspiring scientists. My lectures became more interactive, and I loved seeing young minds ignite with curiosity about the cosmos. Despite my physical limitations, I never felt restricted. I was living proof that the human spirit can triumph over adversity. As I continued to work, my research expanded into quantum mechanics and the origins of the universe. I collaborated with brilliant minds and received numerous awards, but what mattered most to me was the impact I had on future generations. I cherished every opportunity to inspire young scientists, believing that knowledge should be shared freely. I remember speaking at universities, encouraging students to think beyond the conventional and explore the mysteries of existence. In my later years, I reflected on my life with gratitude and humility. I knew that my time was limited, but I focused on the legacy I would leave behind. On March 14, 2018, I passed away peacefully, leaving behind a wealth of knowledge and a message of hope. I often said, "Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet." My journey was never just about overcoming physical challenges, it was about embracing the wonders of the universe. And as I say my final farewell, I am Stephen Hawking, a mind that dared to reach for the stars. I hope you like my story. Leave a like and subscribe for more similar content.